fuels new outrage. Once again, we are hearing that women don't need regular mammograms at age 40. Ann State is in the newsroom now with more on this. Ann.
Yeah, Kimberly, of course, for years we were all told get mammograms at 40, but now groups are coming out and saying, oh, you could wait until age 50. I met a firefighter today who is throwing cold water on that idea.
Former Deputy Fire Chief Lorraine Hutchinson battled flames for 25 years, but she says battling breast cancer was harder.
I always tell everybody breast cancer because that was the thing that I could lose my life.
This is a picture of her and her daughter taken after her head was shaved.
After he was done, she just came over and kissed my head.
Lorraine and her colleagues at Susan G. Komen San Diego are worried about new guidelines from the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force. The group says women with no family history of breast cancer can start mammograms at age 50. They say mammograms may help women in their 40s, but there's more false positives and unnecessary biopsies.
It's really frustrating to hear that.
Annie Eddy is afraid local women will now have to jump through hoops. She and Lorraine worry about one group in particular.
African American women are diagnosed less, but are dying at a 41% higher rate.
Lorraine says she got a lot of support from her fellow San Diego firefighters and from friends who made her this prayer blanket. But she tells women, ignore the new advice. You need regular mammograms at age 40.
Now, if I had waited until 50, I wouldn't be here.
And these new guidelines are recommending that women get mammograms every 2 years, not every year. Susan G. Komen is worried that insurance companies will see these new guidelines and maybe say, well, we're not going to pay for that if it's not recommended. Kimberly?
And didn't you hear today that maybe these guidelines need to go out the window? Number one, if there's a family history or, of course, a genetic test that's positive?
Absolutely. I mean, it really, and I have to say, even the report itself does say, bottom line, talk it over with your doctor, because you're absolutely right. Women with a family history of breast cancer will obviously need to get screened a lot sooner. These are really just recommendations, as we said.
Right. For them, it's a whole different ballgame. Thank you, Ann, for that.